Hi. So before this video presentation started, I should have handed all of you guys a piece of paper. I just want you guys to draw on that piece of paper what you think of when you hear the word monster. It does not have to be a masterpiece. Do not worry about it. Alright, and you guys might still be drawing, that's totally okay. I'm gonna go ahead and dive into the heart of my project. So, perception's kind of a tool that's really underestimated. Our perceptions are influenced by everything around us, by the media that we consume, the books that we read, the TV shows we watch, the people who talk to us. And literature is a tool that's often kind of underestimated. It allows us to put ourselves in the shoes of characters that we are nothing like. And it shows us how people can be villains and yet simultaneously be heroes or just be multifaceted characters that we don't really understand. So I'm going to go through some pretty awesome examples of that. First book we're going to be talking about is Brave New World by Aldous Huxley, and it's about a society that is completely manufactured. And the sort of villain character in this story is deeply misunderstood because he wasn't manufactured. He comes from a natural background. And while all of these characters kind of view him as an outsider, we're able to hear from his perspective and see how someone who's labeled a monster is often just someone who is an outcast, someone who isn't like everyone else, which is an experience that a lot of people can probably relate with, and might be something similar to what you drew for your monster. And the next text I'm going to be talking about is War and Peace by Leo Tolstoy. And in this novel, it's a little complex, but Napoleon is kind of framed to be the villain or monster of the story because of the Napoleonic Wars. So in this case, someone's kind of being framed to be this villain who isn't really known by the other characters and doesn't have a lot of chance to have his own personality or give his insight, but he's framed by a concept, the concept of war. So it kind of shows how you can view someone as being monstrous without really knowing them because they embody a concept that scares you, that brings negative emotions. And it goes back to this central idea that through literature and through the perspectives of different characters that you explore in the story, you're able to see what monster actually means to them. Last text I'm going to be talking about is the one we're reading right now. It's Frankenstein by Mary Shelley. And this novel kind of brings all of the concepts I've been talking about together. You see the perspective of someone who created a monster in his own eyes. And it brings in the question of, is Victor himself a monster because he brought this being into society? So it kind of circles back to that central idea that literature is something we allow to help us form our perspectives. The other people in the novel who don't know that Victor created this being may not view him as a monster, and if they don't know the inner workings of Frankenstein's mind, they could view him as a monster without being fully informed. Literature is a powerful tool, and it allows all of us to frame the way that we view the world.